Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. So today I want to conduct a mini project about waste management at my home. So I have been accumulated domestic waste for 2 days, and for plastics I have been accumulated it for 1 week, and for electrical waste I have been accumulated it for about 1 month. So for this project, I need to analyze each waste and classify it. So we need to know the type of waste and the contaminants which can hinder the recycling process. So what is the type of waste? Municipal waste. So what does it mean with municipal waste? Municipal waste, also known as garbage, is the type of waste that consisting of everyday items that discarded by publics. For examples is food waste. Second is demolition and construction waste. So what is demolition and construction waste? Demolition and construction waste consists of unwanted materials which is produced directly or incidentally by construction or industries. Third is hazardous waste. So what is hazardous waste? Hazardous waste is dangerous, which has potential threats to public health and environment. Is electrical and electronical waste, also known as e-waste. So, do you have heard about e-waste? E-waste is discarded electrical or electronical device. So, informally processing of this waste can lead to human health effect and also environmental pollution. For the contamination, there are two types of contamination. First is residual contamination. Second is non-residual contamination. So what is residual contamination? Residual contamination is the item which cannot be removed during the pre-treatment and processing operation, which can impair the recycled items. Second is non-residual contamination. So what is non-residual contamination? Non-residual contamination is the item which can be removed during the processing, but it can lead to discharge of toxic flume and effluents. So this is domestic waste. You can look that the waste not separate properly. So let's check it. So first is plastic, like plastic box, okay, and then fabric, also plastics, and a lot of tissues, and tissues, also statistics, this plastic wrap also have leaves, plastics, this plastics, and a lot of this. There's tissues, plastics, oil plastics. Okay, this leftover, these tissues. This onion leftovers. This onion also, and these leaves, these plastics. Okay, this lemon leftover, lemon, lime, and this statistic, this eggplant leftover, and for these plastics is contain meat leftovers. Okay, this is leaves, these plastics, these tissues, and tea plastics. There's leftover of rice, this lime. So that's all is municipal waste. That's content of food waste, a bit paper, plastics, and wood. In summarize, my domestic waste divided to 4 categories. First is food waste, second is plastics, third is paper, fourth is wood. And all type of this waste is municipal waste, which is the items that we discard every day. For the contamination, the type is first is residual, second is non-residual. Okay, in the food waste, there's a meat fats wrapped with plastic, which is cannot be composed easily because of the plastics. The plastic itself is non-residual contamination. Food waste also cannot be mixed because have different age itself. In plastics, there's juice box, which is made from paper and plastic, so we cannot separate it easily because the material is mixed. For oil wrappers, the plastic itself already contaminated with the oil. And meat wrappers, the plastic itself already contaminated with the meat's residual. For the paper, tissues already contaminated with mix of food waste. For wood, the statistics already contaminated with mix of food waste. And the last one I forgot to mention is the fabrics, which is rags. Rags cannot be disposed with domestic bins because it must be disposed with textile bins, so it will contaminate with other waste. So I have been accumulate this waste for about more than 2 weeks. So let's check it out. So first is plastic container, and then detergent plastic. Next is plastic bottle, and then plastic bottles, plastic bottle. Next also plastic bottle, also plastic detergent. Next is plastic bottle, and then plastic bottle. Next is plastic. Next is plastic bottle. Is plastic bottle. Is also plastic bottle. There is also plastic bottles. Also we do it. And plastic waste. So we have plastic waste in separated bins. In Perlis, government said to separate recycle waste and solid waste in 2015. So our family already practiced this from about 3 years ago. We separate especially like bottle plastics and detergent plastics. So this type of waste is municipal waste. There are no contamination because we separate it in different bins and also clean. For the type of contamination, this is no residual. So this is electrical and electronical waste, or also known as e-waste. So let's recheck. So first is rice cooker, and then blender. It's also blender. So we also separate like electrical and electronical waste or e-waste, which is will collected on Thursday. So we have like broken rice cooker and broken blender. So the type of waste is e-waste, and there is no contamination because we separate it in different bins. So how common practice recycle at home?
So for the solid waste at home, actually we are following the guideline from the local authorities, yeah, which is E-Idaman. Yeah. So we have some type of solid waste here. The first one, I think the most common is the regular kitchen waste, yeah, which normally collect 3 times in a week. Yeah. And then we have also the burnable but uncommon, such as grass, yeah, and then unburnable plastics, and then other unburnable, yeah, such as electronics waste, something like that. This one we collect it once a week, yeah, which is in Perlis is on Thursday. The other ways, actually, we have scheduled ways, which I think is not so many time, yeah, to collect this one. Maybe once a year, like a battery, yeah, and then chemical that may be used at home. Yeah. And then in Perlis, actually, the E-Idaman, they have the program, yeah, which regularly collect the recyclable waste from the community. Yeah, actually, this recyclable waste, yeah, we collect from the community, and the community will got paid. Yeah, so it will give some benefit for the community.
So what factors hinder the recycling process at home?
Okay, as we know that the image of waste with something that have no value, yeah? So that's why uh, we can say the behavior of the community or the people, yeah, on waste is something that is no value. Yeah, that's why these factors mainly hinders the recycle process, because the image of this waste is something that have no value. Yeah? So the community look like not interest to collect, yeah? Especially because the waste is something that something not need. Yeah? And then some people also have no space to keep this waste. That's why they are not interested in collecting waste for recyclable material. Yeah? As we know that the what to say, this waste is not collected by the authorities such as E-Idaman in short time. I think it's more than 1 month, yeah? Every month or something like this. So it will burdening the community space. Okay, and then more importantly, I think the community perception on this waste. Yeah, so this waste look like I think nobody want to keep the waste, yeah, at home. Yeah.
So suggestion how to improve recycling activities at home.
In my opinion, we have to educate or give training to community in terms of seminar of the public awareness on this recycling. We should strengthen that this some ways can be given the benefit to the community. Yeah, so it can be as a source of the additional financial source for the community.
So why is it important to know the type of waste? First is it can help government to create effective waste management policies. Next is it can create a better future for our children. Third is it can easier the recycling process. From this project, I learned that it is important to reduce waste generation, which can cause pollution to our environment. We can reduce waste generation with 3 R's. Reduce, which is waste prevention, reuse, and recycle. More importantly, rethink before you throw your waste. Thank you.